The Battle of Myeongyang, 1597. How 13 ships defeated more than 100. Imagine standing on the deck of a warship, staring at an enemy fleet stretching across the horizon. More than 100 warships are sailing directly toward you. Behind you, there is nowhere to retreat. Beside you, only 12 other ships remain. Most commanders would surrender, but one man chose to fight. This is the incredible story of the Battle of Myeongyang, one of the greatest naval victories in military history. The year was 1597. Japan, under the powerful warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi, was attempting to conquer Korea as a stepping stone to invading China. The Japanese Navy had already won numerous victories, and Korea's naval forces had been crippled by political mistakes and devastating losses. The Korean Navy, once hundreds of ships strong, had been reduced to just 13 warships. Many government officials believed the Navy was finished and suggested abandoning the sea entirely. But one man refused. Admiral Lee Sun-sin, a brilliant naval commander who had never lost a battle. He believed that as long as even a handful of ships remained, Korea could still defend its coastline. The Japanese assembled a massive fleet. Historical records differ on the exact number, but most estimates suggest they deployed well over 100 warships, supported by many additional transport vessels carrying thousands of soldiers. Against them stood Lee Sun-sin's tiny fleet of just 13 ships. On paper, defeat seemed inevitable. Even some of Ye's own captains were terrified. According to historical accounts, several hesitated to engage the enemy, but he remained calm. He selected the Myeongyang Strait for the battle, a narrow channel famous for its violent currents, where tides could suddenly reverse direction. Instead of relying on numbers, he planned to let nature become his greatest ally. On October 26, 1597, the Japanese fleet charged into the narrow strait. At first, Admiral Lee sailed forward almost alone. His flagship became the primary target as wave after wave of Japanese ships closed in. The fierce currents began disrupting the tightly packed Japanese formation. Ships collided. Some struggled to maneuver. Others drifted directly into Korean cannon fire. Ye's flagship unleashed devastating broadsides, damaging ship after ship. Inspired by their commander's courage, the remaining Korean captains finally joined the fight. As the tide suddenly reversed, the powerful current threw the Japanese fleet into chaos. Large warships crashed into one another, while Korean ships, positioned carefully, continued firing from advantageous positions. By the end of the battle, dozens of Japanese ships had been destroyed or severely damaged. The remaining fleet was forced to retreat. Against overwhelming odds, Korea had achieved one of history's most astonishing naval victories. The victory at Myeongyang completely changed the course of the war. Japan's supply lines were severely disrupted, making it far more difficult to support its armies fighting on land. Admiral Lee Sun-sin restored hope throughout Korea and proved that brilliant leadership, careful planning, and mastery of terrain could overcome even the greatest numerical disadvantage. More than 4 centuries later, military historians around the world still study the Battle of Myeongyang as a masterpiece of naval strategy. Sometimes, history isn't written by the largest army. Sometimes, it's written by 13 ships and one commander who refused to give up.